Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. Sa video na to ay magre-review tayo for Engineering Board Exam Mathematics. So kung gusto niyo itong matutunan, just keep on watching. Okay, so this time ay magre-review ulit tayo for Engineering Board Exam Mathematics, which is Math Refresher Part 5. So dun sa previous ko, for the Math Refresher Part 4, ay nag-stop tayo sa item number 60. So magsasagot ulit tayo ng set of questions. So this time, let's start with question number 61. So we have, suppose that sin A plus sin B is equal to square root of 5 over 3 and cosine A plus cosine B is equal to 1, what is cosine A minus B? Okay, so try go. So manipulation ng laman ng equation to. So pinapahanap sa atin is cosine A minus B, right? So meron tayong formula for difference of two angles for cosine as what? So equal to sa cos A, cos B, plus sin A, sin B, right? So, i-manipulate natin yung given two equations para mapalabas natin itong expression na to. So, dun muna tayo sa sin A plus sin B equals square root of 5 over 3. So, pwede natin i-square both sides of the equation para mapalabas natin tong sin A, sin B dito sa square of a binomial. Right? So, parang, pag sinimplify natin to, we have square the first, so sin squared A plus multiply the 2 and then times 2, we have 2 sin A times sin B plus square the second term, which is sin squared B, equals square root of 5, 3, tapos in-square natin is makakancel itong square root. We have 5 over 3 na lang. Next, ito namang cosine A plus cosine B equals 1. Para naman magkaroon tayo ng expression na cosine A, cosine B, square naman natin both sides. Okay, so itong cosine A plus cosine B quantity square equal siya sa cos squared A plus 2 cos A cos B plus cos squared B. Shortcut ulit for square of a binomial. Equals 1 squared is just 1. So kung i-add natin itong dalawang equations, we have itong sin square tsaka cosine square A, pagsamahin ko, kasi pag in-add natin yan, equal yan sa 1, right? Okay? Plus, then copy ko tong 2 sin A, sin B, plus itong 2 cos A, cos B, plus, ito namang sin squared B, tsaka cos squared B, pagsamahin ko uli as 1 kasi equal yan sa 1. Sin squared B plus cos squared B, so 1 yan. Equals, add din natin tong right side, 5 over 3 plus 1. So, we have 1 plus 1 na to is 2. So, 2 plus 2 sin A sin B plus 2 cos A cos B equals 5 over 3 plus 1 is 1 and 5/3 or 8 over 3. Right? So, ito, transpose natin yung 2 dito. Tapos, factor out ko na itong 2. So, 2 times sin A sin B plus cos A cos B. So, diba ito na yung hinahanap natin? Yung cos A minus B. So, we have 2 times cos A minus B is equal to 8 over 3. Itong 2 magiging minus 2. So, 8 over 3 minus 2 is LCD is 3. So, 8 minus 6 or 8 minus 6 is 2 over 3. So, 2/3. So, equal siya sa 2/3. So, para masolve natin to si cos A minus B, divide natin both sides by 2. So, therefore, cos A minus B is 2/3 divided by 2 is 1/3. So, the answer is letter D. Okay? Next, we have the circle having 0, 0 and 8, 6 as the endpoints of a diameter intersects the x-axis at the second point. What is the x-coordinate of this point? Okay, so meron daw tayong circle containing the 2 points 0, 0, tsaka 8, 0, which is endpoints din nung diameter. Tapos nag-intersect daw itong circle uli sa x-axis at the second point. So, ano raw yung x-coordinate nung point na yon? So, since itong 0, 0, tsaka 8, 6 is endpoint ng diameter, yung midpoint niya, siya yung center ng circle. So, therefore, let's say HK yung center ng circle. So, for the H, yung x-coordinate ng center is yung midpoint formula. So, 0 plus 8 over 2. And yung K, we have 0 plus 6 over 2. Or simply, 4 tsaka 3. Tapos, pwede rin nating makuha yung radius nitong circle kasi meron tayong dalawang point. Ano yung distance ng dalawang point na yon? Which also the diameter, right? Distance formula, which is x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. So, let's say yung point 2 natin yung 8, 6, saka yung point 1 natin yung 0, 0. So, parang 8 squared lang kasi minus 0 lang naman siya, diba? Plus 6 squared lang din kasi minus 0. So, we have the diameter equal to 10, right? So, ang radius value ng circle is yung diameter divide 2, which is 10. So, 5. So, R is 5. So, pwede nating makuha yung equation ng circle using yung center radius form. Yung x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. So, plug in natin yung values. X minus h natin is 4. Quantity squared plus y minus k natin is 3. Quantity squared equals r is 5. So, 5 squared or 25. So, since pinapahanap yung intersection nung circle doon sa x-axis, therefore, parang hinahanap natin yung x-intercept. So, parang hinahanap din natin yung x-intercept. Meaning, yung y natin doon is 0. So, kung isa-set natin na y is 0, masasolve natin si x, yung required ng problem. So, we have x minus 4 quantity squared plus 0 minus 3 quantity squared equals 25. So, we have x minus 4 quantity squared plus 0 minus 3 is negative 3, tas squared pa natin is 9 equals 25. So, transpose natin si 9. So, x minus 4 quantity squared is equal to 25 minus 9 is 16. Tapos, square root natin both sides, we have x minus 4 is equal to 4. And transpose natin dito si negative 4, we have x is equal to 4 plus 4 or simply 8. So, therefore, the x-coordinate is 8. Letter D. Okay? Next, we have the solution of the equation 7 raised to x plus 7 equals 8 raised to x can be expressed in the form x is equal to log 7 raised to 7 base b. What is b? Okay, so exponents and logarithm. So, pwede nating i-manipulate itong given equation. So, para mapalabas natin itong expression na to. So, try natin. 7 raised to x plus 7 is equal to 8 raised to x. So, sa pinapahanap, meron tayong 7 raised to 7. So, pwede nating paghiwalayin itong 7 raised to x plus 7 as 7 raised to x times 7 raised to 7, right? Law of exponent equals 8 raised to x. Tapos, isolate ko yung x dito sa right side. So, divide natin both sides by 7 raised to x. So, cancel to. 7 raised to 7 is equal to 8 raised to x over 7 raised to x. Now, itong 8 raised to x over 7 raised to x, pwede ko itong isulat as 8 over 7 quantity raised to x. Right? Law of exponent. So, equal siya sa 7 raised to 7. Now, meron na tayong exponential equation. Pwede natin tong matransform into logarithmic form. So, para matransform natin ito into logarithmic equation, we have, so let's say meron tayong exponential equation na x raised to b is equal to y. So, para matransform to into logarithm, we have logarithm of kung ano yung base, siya yung nandito. Kung ano yung power, siya yung nandito. Tapos kung ano yung exponent, siya yung nasa right side. So, gawin din natin yun dito. So, we have logarithm of ano yung base, 8 over 7. ano yung power, itong 7 raised to 7, equal, ano yung exponent? X. So, sabi, x is equal to log 7 raised to 7 base b. So, di ba pareho na yun dito? So, ano yung value ngayon ng b? Itong 8 over 7. Okay? So, therefore, the answer is letter C. Next, we have, at a gathering of 30 people, there are 20 people who all know each other and 10 people who know no one. People who know each other hug, and people who do not know each other shake hands. How many handshakes occur? Okay, so sa gathering daw, meron daw total of 30 people. So sa 30 people na yon, yung 20 raw ay magkakakilala. So know each other. Tapos yung 10 do not know each other. So yung mga magkakakilala daw, mag-hug. Tapos yung mga hindi, mag-handshake lang. So, ang tanong, how many handshakes occur? So, pwede natin apply dito yung combination. So, pwede natin gawin, kuhain natin yung total interaction. So, there are 30 people, right? So, we have 30C. Tapos, sa interaction, bawat interaction involve ay dalawang tao. So, 30C2. And then, ito yung total interaction ng lahat. Ima-minus natin doon sa interaction lang ng mga mag-hug para makuha natin yung interaction noong mga mag-handshake. So, di ba 20 people yung know each other? So, 20 combination 2. So, ito yung total possible combinations ng mga taong mag-hug. 20C2. So, pag kinuha natin to sa calculator, we have 30C2 is 435 minus 20C2 is 190. So, 435 minus 190 is what? 245. Okay? Or pwede nyo ring isipin, itong 10 tao na to, mag-i-interact automatic dito sa 20. So, therefore, how many yon? 20 times 10 agad yon or 200. Tapos, itong 10, magha-handshake pa sila sa isa't isa uli. So, parang 10C2. Ano yung 10C2? 45. So, 200 plus 45 is 245. So, same lang, di ba? So, therefore, the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have a circle has a chord of length 10 and the distance from the center of the circle to the chord is 5. What is the area of the circle? Okay, so draw tayo ng circle. So, sabi, meron daw chord yung circle of length 10. So, let's say, ito yung chord na yon. Tapos, yung length niya raw is 10 units. And the distance from the center of the circle to the chord is 5. So, let's say, ito yung center. Tapos, yung distance daw nung center doon sa chord is ito. Perpendicular dapat yon, which is 5. Okay? So, what is the area of the circle? So, ang kailangan natin gawin is mahanap yung radius ng circle para ma-plug in natin sa formula na area is equal to pi r square for the circle. So, draw tayo ng radius dito. Nag-i-intersect dito sa isang endpoint ng chord. So, di ba nakabuo tayo ng right triangle? Okay? Tapos, etong chord na to, mababisect siya ng perpendicular segment from the center to the chord, which is this one, yung 5 unit. Therefore, kung 10 units itong chord, dito sa point na to, mababisect siya. So, magiging ito ay 5, ito ay 5. So, kalahati. So, masasolve na natin yung radius, which is Pythagorean theorem. Or since itong nabuo natin is isosceles right triangle, right? So, may theorem tayo na yung hypotenuse nung isosceles right triangle is square root of 2 times the length of any leg. So, therefore, we have r is square root of 2 times 5. Or kahit i-Pythagorean theorem nyo, 5 square plus 5 square equals r square. So, square root of 5 square is 25 plus 25 ulit is 50r. Right? Which is equal lang naman dito sa 5 square root of 2. So, plug in na natin. So, ito na lang square root of 50. Area is equal to pi r square. So, square root of 50, quantity square. So, area is equal to 50 pi. Okay? The answer is letter B. Next, we have, if f of t is equal to e raised to negative t cos t and g of t is equal to u of t minus 1, find the Laplace transform of the convolution f of t asterisk g of t. Okay, so ito na naman si Laplace. Tapos, may convolution pa. Ko-convolutionin tayo nito, no? Pero, madali lang yan. Ganito lang yan. So, etong simple na to, convolution. Kasi meron tayong formula na kapag hinanap mo yung Laplace transform nitong convolution ng dalawang function, equal lang siya sa Laplace transform ng individual function, yung product nila. Equal to sa product ng individual Laplace transform ng dalawang function, which is yung f of t tsaka g of t. So, di ba, madali lang. So, meron tayong f of t na e raised to negative t cosine t. So, apply natin dito yung shifting property. Yung Laplace transform ng e raised to at f of t is equal to f of s minus a. Where yung f of t natin is itong cosine t. So, shift natin yung Laplace transform nitong cosine t sa a units. So, hanapin muna natin yung Laplace transform ng cosine t, which is, di ba na yun, s over s squared plus, a natin dito is 1, so 1 squared. So, parang s over s squared plus 1. Kaso nga, dahil meron tayong e raised to, in particular, negative t, isi-shift natin itong f of s na nakuha natin, which is itong s over s squared plus 1, ng ilan? F of s plus 1. Kasi negative 1 yung exponent natin dun sa t. Yung a natin, negative 1. So, therefore, papalitan natin itong s, lahat ng s dito ng s plus 1. So, s plus 1 over s plus 1 quantity squared plus 1. Okay? Or simplify natin, s plus 1 over square of a binomial, s squared plus 2s plus 1 plus 1. Or simply, s plus 1 over s squared plus 2s plus 2. So, ito na. Tapos na tayo sa isa. Yes, s plus 1 over s squared plus 2s plus 1. Isang pahirap na lang itong Laplace transform ng g of t. So, sa Laplace transform naman ng g of t, yung given natin is u of t minus 1. Ibig sabihin itong u na to, unit step function. So, meron tayong formula na yung Laplace transform ng unit step function shifted a units is equal to e raised to negative as over s. So, since yung given natin is u of t minus 1, a natin is 1. So, therefore, 1 din yung ipa-plugin natin dito sa formula. So, magiging e raised to negative 1s or simply s over s. Right? Okay, so, nakuha na natin yung Laplace transform ng g of t, which is e raised to negative s over s. So, multiply na lang natin sila. Ano bang gusto ng choices? So, naka-multiply nga. So, pag distribute natin tong s, magiging s cubed plus 2s squared plus s sa denominator. And then ito, distribute din natin, magiging e raised to negative s times s plus e raised to negative s. So, therefore, the answer is letter C. Okay? Next, we have, if summation of cosine raised to 2n theta from n is equal to 0 to infinity is equal to 5, what is the value of cosine theta? Okay, so kapag may nakita kayong symbol na ganito, sigma, kayong matatakot dyan. Kayang-kaya natin i-analyze yan. So, ibig sabihin nito, i-add natin yung term nitong cosine raised to 2n theta starting from n is 0 up to infinity. So, isa-substitute natin from 0 yung n dito up to infinity. So, try natin. So, yung initial n natin is 0. So, cosine 2 times 0 theta plus next, cosine 2 times 1 naman theta plus cosine raised to 2 times 2 naman theta plus dot until infinity. Or kung isa-simplify natin to, ano to, parang 1 lang to, 'di ba? Kasi cosine raised to 0 theta is, ano number raised to 0 is 1. plus ito, cosine squared theta plus cosine to the 4th theta plus dot dot dot. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong mabubuo ditong infinite geometric series. So, ano ba yung infinite geometric series? Kapag yung series mo ay merong common ratio, tapos infinite siya. So, meron siyang common ratio, di ba? Kasi, pag divide natin ito, dito, cosine squared theta. Pag divide natin to dito, cosine squared theta. So, therefore, common ratio natin, let's say denoted by R, is cosine squared theta. So, kapag meron kang infinite geometric series na na-prove na natin, meron lang tayong formula doon. Yung sum niya ay magko-converge sa value na first term over 1 minus R. So, yung first term natin, yung nauna nating term na 1. So, di ba meron tayong 1 over 1 minus yung R natin na cos squared theta. Pero dapat meron tayong restriction sa R na yung R natin, yung absolute value niya is less than 1. Or si R is dapat in between negative 1 and 1. Since yung R naman natin is cosine, di ba yung cosine value ay nagre-range lang sa negative 1 to 1. So, therefore, pasok siya dito. So, therefore, magko-converge itong ating series. Which is, base dito, equals sa 5. So, we have 1 over 1 minus cosine squared theta equals 5. So, masasolve natin dito si cosine squared theta. So, cross-multiply ko. So, 1 is equal to 5 times 1 minus cos squared theta. Tapos, distribute. So, 1 is equal to 5 minus 5 cosine squared theta. So, transpose ko dito, magiging positive 5 cosine squared theta is equal to 5 minus 1. Right? Or simply na to? 4. Divide natin by 5 both sides. So, cosine squared theta is equal to 4 over 5. Kaso hindi naman to yung gusto natin eh. Ang gusto natin is itong cosine 2 theta. Hindi na lang yung cosine squared theta yung sana yung binigay na tanong ng problem para tapos na tayo. Pero, madali lang. Kasi meron tayong identity, di ba? So, wag natin kakalimutan yung trigo identities natin. Kahit saan tayo magpunta, magagamit natin yan. Lalo kapag sa mga board exam. So, di ba equal to sa 2 cos squared theta minus 1? Right? Since meron na nga tayo nitong cos squared theta na 4 over 5. So, masasagot na natin si cosine 2 theta. Substitute natin. 2 times 4 over 5 minus 1. So, equal to saan? 8 over 5 minus 1 or LCD 5. So, 8 minus 5, 3 over 5. So, meron ba tayo sa choices 3 over 5? Ayun, letter D. Okay? Next, we have, what is the volume of a cube whose surface area is twice that of a cube with volume 1? Ulit. What is the volume? So, ano raw yung volume of a cube whose surface area is twice that of a cube with volume 1? So, kung yung volume daw nung cube na isa is 1, di ba ang formula natin is s cube? Ano yung niya? S niya or yung side niya, edge niya? 1 din, di ba? So, twice daw yung surface area nung cube na hinahanap natin ng volume. Etong surface area nung cube natin na to na nakuha natin na may side na 1. So, ano bang formula ng surface area? So, diba sa cube, meron tayong ilang face? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6 times area ng isang face is s squared. So, dito, since 1 yung side niya, 1 square is 1. So, 6 times 1 is 6. So, therefore, we have the surface area nung volume na kino-consider natin sa problem is 2 times 6, right? Or 12. Ang hinahanap natin is ano yung volume. So, hanapin natin yung side netong hinahanap nating cube. So, para mahanap yung volume, kailangan natin ng side S. Since meron na tayong equation na to, surface area niya is equal to 12. So, di ba kanina ang formula natin is 6 times S squared. So, therefore, divide both sides by 6. we have s squared is equal to 12 divided by 6 is 2. Square root both sides, we have s is equal to square root of 2. So therefore, yung edge pala or yung side nitong cube na kino-consider natin is square root of 2. So pag hinanap natin yung volume nun, which is s cube, square root of 2 quantity cube. So ilan yun? Square root of 8 or simply 2 square root of 2. Okay, so the answer is letter C. Next we have a regular octagon is formed by cutting an isosceles right triangle from each of the corner of a square with sides of length 2,000. What is the length of each side of the octagon? Okay, so meron daw tayong square kung saan bubuo tayo dito ng octagon by cutting dito sa apat na corners niya ng isosceles right triangle. Okay? So, ano daw yung dimension ng mabubuo nating octagon? So, let's say x yung side nung octagon natin. Okay, so dito sa mga isosceles right triangle, yan yung hypotenuse nila, right? So, therefore, ano yung leg nila? X over square root of 2, right? So, lahat x over square root of 2. So, x over square root of 2 or sige, rationalize natin. X square root of 2 over 2. Okay? So, x square root of 2 over 2. Tama, diba? Kasi pag Pythagorean theorem nyo to, square root nung x square root of 2 square plus x over square root of 2 square is x. So, ngayon, given tayo na yung length nung side nung square is 2,000. So, diba ito yon? So, therefore, kapag inad natin dapat itong tatlong segments na to, which is itong x square root of 2 plus x square root of 2 over 2 equal dapat sila sa 2,000, yung length nung side nung square. So, therefore, pag kinumbine natin to, we have 2x square root of 2 over 2 plus x is equal to 2,000. So, cancel to. Magiging x square root of 2 plus x is equal to 2,000 or factor out si x square root of 2 plus 1 quantity equals 2,000. So, divide natin both sets by square root of 2 plus 1. We have x or yung side nung octagon will be 2,000 divided by square root of 2 plus 1. So gusto naka-rationalize. So para i-rationalize, multiply natin sa conjugate ng denominator which is square root of 2 minus 1. Ganun din sa numerator. So magiging 2,000 multiplied dito, square root of 2 minus 1 over square root of 2 plus 1 times square root of 2 minus 1. Parang difference of sum and difference of two same terms. So, square natin yung first minus square natin yung second. So, parang 2,000 times square root of 2 minus 1 over square root of 2 squared is 2 minus 1 squared is 1. Or simply, 2 minus 1 is 1 over 1. Or kahit hindi na natin isulat, ito na yung sagot. 2,000 times square root of 2 minus 1. So, the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have if log of xy cube is equal to 1 and log of x squared y is equal to 1, what is log xy? Okay, so logarithm. So, try nating i-manipulate yung dalawang equation. So, dito muna tayo sa log xy cube equals 1. So, since gusto natin ng log xy, try nating i-split itong xy cube as log xy times y squared. So para pag hiniwalay natin to using product rule for logarithm, magiging log xy plus log y squared equals 1. Tapos, applying yung power rule naman for logarithm, pwedeng ibaba yung exponent na 2. So, plus 2 log y equals 1. Okay, equation 1. Then, dito rin, try natin gawin yon. Yung log x squared y equals 1. So, kailangan natin ng log xy times x para equal siya dito. So, So, separate natin to using product rule. So, log xy plus log x. So, equals 1 equals 1. So, equation 2. So, try natin i-compare log xy plus log x equals 1. So, pag inad natin itong equation na to, magiging 2 log xy. Pero ito, hindi natin mako-combine as x. Kasi itong log y sa taas may 2. Eh, itong log x, wala. So, try kong i-multiply itong equation 2 by 2. So, magiging 2 log xy plus 2 log x equals 2. Ba't ko min-multiply sa 2? Kasi kapag inad natin itong equation 1, tapos ito sa bagong equation 2, magiging ano yan? Log xy plus 2 log xy, 3 log xy. Plus 2 log y plus 2 log x. So, 2 log y plus 2 log x. Pwede natin makombine to by factoring out 2. So, 2 log y plus log x. So, magiging 2 log xy na siya. Right? So, parang we have 3 log xy plus, and then ito rin, add natin yung 1 tsaka 2 na, diba? So, 1 plus 2 is 3. So, ilan na to? 3 log xy plus 2 log xy, 5 log xy equals 3. Diba ito yung gusto natin, yung log xy. So, divide natin both sides by 5. So, therefore, log xy is equal to 3 over 5. The answer is letter D. Okay? So, I think putulin ko muna dito yung math refresher part 5 natin. So, abangan nyo na lang yung next upload ko for the math refresher part 6. So, I think that's it for this video. So, sana ay may natutunan kayo sa video na to at maraming salamat sa panonood.